Habari zenu wa Kenya wenzangu. Hello my fellow Kenyans. I'm Gakonga, the coach and the pioneer of Vision Total Football Kenya. Greetings from West London. Here I am. This is a place in West London. This is a protected area because of the environment. Behind me, there is a massive lake where London Sailing Club is based. Yeah, and on my right, about 5 minutes away, is Wembley Stadium, my dear Kenyans. I can see it right from where I am. But more important, let us stick into the issues of our Kenyan football. FKF, yeah, Kenya Football Federation, things go from bad to worse and from worse to a tragedy. What we are experiencing right now in our Kenyan football is a tragedy. Why? As a result of a failed football system. And the pioneer of that football system is FKF, Football Kenya Federation. It is a tragedy. Our Kenyan football is a tragedy. There is no any other word to describe our Kenyan football. You can search in the dictionary. There is no any other word that fits our Kenyan football except a tragedy. My fellow Kenyans, in the wake up of what I have seen, yeah, on the media and specifically in Nation newspaper, my fellow Kenyans, yeah, this is serious. Nation Online, my fellow Kenyans. This is regarding the money that the government gave FKF to cater for AFCON, yeah, the Africa Cup of Nations that our team qualified, and I must say our qualification was circumstantial. If Sierra Leone was never banned by FIFA, Kenya would have never qualified for Africa Cup of Nations. We must treat this qualification as a circumstantial qualification, and we do the right thing. I said Kenya will only beat Tanzania, and that's what happened. During AFCON, Kenya only managed to beat Tanzania. I had already said Senegal and Algeria will beat Kenya. In fact, my clip still exists in Kenyan TVs where I said beforehand that Kenya will only beat Tanzania, and that remained the fact today. So my fellow Kenyans, there is nothing that I don't say about Kenyan football that does not come to be. I said in 2015, sponsors will go away because they see no value in Kenyan football. Sport Pesa left, Super Sport left. There is no point of saying that it is because of the government. It is because of the government chasing away betting companies. Super Sport was not a betting company. It is not a must that a sponsor is a betting company. The reason why it's only betting companies that are sponsoring Kenyan football is because Kenyan football has no value. No any other sponsor sees value in our Kenyan football. And betting companies are well known for taking mega risks. That is why they are the first to come and sponsor. And it's also because of their own benefit. Because Kenyans are gambling. Kenyans are betting. So let us not think that when a betting company comes, it's because Kenyan football is so good. No, it is because Kenyan football lovers are betting. That is the point. And they are not just betting about Kenyan football. Betting is a global market. And that's what Kenyan football lovers are doing. They are betting. That's why the betting company don't really care risking their money in Kenya. My fellow Kenyans, let us go back to what is on the media today. The 244 million Kenya shilling that the government, from the taxpayer, the government gave FKF. And FKF, within 3 weeks of Africa Cup of Nations, that money has gone missing. Pesa imeisha, 244 million Kenya shilling. But going on what is on the newspaper today, it is shocking, my fellow Kenyans. We need to get angry. We need to be passionate enough. We need to love our football. And by that I mean we must fight for the survival of our Kenyan football. What I'm seeing on the newspaper, my fellow Kenyan, is shocking. These are the points that I want to talk to you today. I want to tell you about this today. What I have seen in the media, and is a fact. These are facts. I have spoken to them before, but FKF continued to deny what I'm talking about. I want to tell FKF what I say come to be. Everything I say, it is based on fact, my fellow Kenyans. Now, during AFCON, FKF took so many people, officials of FKF, to Egypt to watch Harambee Stars play in CAF tournament and to watch the rest of the games. My point is this: apart from players going to Egypt, many other FKF officials went there, including NEC members who are the people responsible for football in Kenya in different regions. NEC member, National Executive Council. Imagine they also went to watch football in Egypt. But guess who was footing the bill? Guess who was paying for their expenses? The taxpayers. So my fellow Kenyans, I want to start here. We know, as the newspaper has put it, and I quote, FKF presidents was receiving allowances. Yeah, the allowances that FKF president was paying himself per day is 50,000 Kenya shilling. The deputy president was being paid 45,000 Kenya shilling. That means in one day, FKF president and his deputy, they were receiving 100,000 Kenya shilling per day just to enjoy watching AFCON in Egypt. Then we go down from there, my fellow Kenya, the NEC member, the National Executive Council member, yeah, 45,000 Kenya shilling per day, my fellow Kenyans, yeah. CEO, 35,000 Kenya shilling per day. The FKF president's PA, personal assistant, my friend, 10,000 Kenya shilling per day. Put that for the time that Harambee Stars was away in Egypt, and see how much money is just getting lost and wasted. Most of these people who traveled, they did not need to travel because they had no role to play in our national team. So this is a way just to spend money that the government has given FKF. And back home, football is suffering. Grassroots football has no money. People who are involved in football in Kenya are suffering. Players are not paid enough. Even Harambee Stars players wa Kenya wenzangu. I said something about it, that Harambee Stars were being paid 750 Kenya shilling 2 years ago, my fellow Kenyans, for them being in the camp. My fellow Kenyans, we need to get angry enough. For me, I have completed this journey. I started in the year 2013 to put the vision for our Kenyan football together. And I said the vision was not about Nick Mwendwa, because I started this vision during Nyamwea's time, and now is complete. I'm dealing with the final touches. So my fellow Kenyans, we have a vision on the table that will help Kenya usher in a new era for football. Corruption will go. Personal interest will go. This kid friendly, come and work in FKF will go. Football at the grassroots will be the best in the world, my fellow Kenyans. The vision is ready. But my fellow Kenyans, I urge you, I beg you, come out and speak out. Don't just let me to keep talking and speaking out for our Kenyan football. We are millions of people who are unhappy with our Kenyan football. There are millions of us who want to see better football in Kenya. We cannot keep expecting the government and FIFA to give FKF money and then they just spend it the way they want, enriching themselves. I have never had a FKF official complain for not being paid. So that means they have enough money to circulate within the FKF. Therefore, this money is too much and it needs to trickle down to the grassroots. But the point is that if FIFA today stopped funding FKF, FKF will die. If the government stopped funding FKF, FKF will die. Can FKF come out? The president of FKF should come out and tell Kenyans, how much money does FKF make as a federation? Don't tell us about FIFA money. Don't tell us about the Kenyan government money. Tell us about FKF as a business, as a federation. How much money do they make? Tell us about Kenyan football economy. Tell us the potential of our Kenyan football economy. We want to hear issues. Vision Total Football Kenya want to just be focused on issues. We are not interested in name calling, mudslinging and circus. We are interested in confronting issues. Why our football has died and where should we take our football? How should we take our football to the next level? My fellow Kenyans, we have issues to deal with. On the table is the issue of FKF elections that is about to take place. But again, I'm receiving calls, I'm receiving messages from people from different counties at the grassroots telling me this FKF election is not an election. It has a lot of problems. I have been sent a message by someone who has been refused nomination paper. Why? Because he's been supported by so many clubs at the grassroots. And in that county, yeah, the person who is the incumbent in that county is supporting the FKF president. So if nomination paper were going to be given to another candidate, this FKF president appointment will lose, and then it will mean the president as well is in danger. So this FKF election, my fellow Kenyans, I talked about it here. I said it was not going to happen. Right now, the registrar of sport is waiting something so that the election can go on. But as it stands, I know that the registrar of sports in Kenya will not allow FKF elections to take place because their electoral rule is wrong. The electoral rule, I have gone through it, and it is blocking so many candidates. This is why you hear sometimes being told Lamu election will not take place, Tana River election will not take place, Marsabit election will not take place, and we are told there is not enough clubs registered there by FKF. How can a football president be in office for 4 years and then 4 years later we are hearing that there are not enough clubs registered in some counties in Kenya, so elections will not take place? This, I doubt this is the truth. The truth could be these counties want to support another person to become FKF president, because this is not possible. Yeah, in modern Kenya, we are told this county has no football clubs. Jamani, this FKF we have today, I can predict very well it will not exist in 2 years' time from now. My fellow Kenyans, I have said it again, nothing that I don't say that does not come to be. My fellow Kenyans, the most important point today is that our football cannot continue the way it is going. FIFA will not support FKF. CAF will not support FKF. Government of Kenya will not support FKF. And I thank the sports committee for the questions that they asked the FKF president. Let them bring those accounts and be accountable for every penny that was spent. The newspaper, Kenya newspaper, is already on point, my fellow Kenyans. So please, I want to thank the Kenyan media because they do great work. And I want to thank Kenyans for supporting Vision Total Football Kenya. Collectively, let us support Vision Total Football Kenya. Let us show our passion for football. Let us show our love for football. Let us stop having self-interest. We need to work for our Kenyan football. Our football deserves better. My fellow Kenyans, I'm Gakonga, the coach and the pioneer of Vision Total Football Kenya. I leave you in peace. I'm gone.